Hey, good morning. Today is Thursday, March 10th. I think this is day 18, if I remember correctly. I spent the night, a second night here at Wolf Creek Hostel, and turns out I was here all by myself last night. No other hikers showed up, and I don't know, it's a pretty isolating feeling, kind of, although it was also kind of nice to have some alone time. But I'm kind of ready to get back to trail life and get back to interacting with other hikers. So I'm excited to get out of here today. I just signed the logbook, and in a few minutes, I'm probably going to be shuttled back to Stecoah Gap. Today is going to be a really easy day. I'm doing another Nero day, which is again, just hiking very few miles. I'm only gonna do about 2.5 to 3 miles from Stecoah Gap to get to the very first shelter, which I think is called Brown Fork. So pretty much the group of hikers that I stayed in the cabin with at the NOC, they should also be making it to Brown Fork shelter today. So I'm just going to hike there and wait for them. And then we're all gonna hike into Fontana Dam tomorrow. And we're going to split a cabin at the lodge for a couple of nights while we wait out the weather in the Smokies. So that's now my current plan. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling anxious and ready to get back outside. So let's go. All right, so it feels so good to be back on trail. And I got back to Stecoah Gap just in time to catch Megan and Lorraine from the last cabin. I didn't expect them to make it here this early in the day, and I was kind of stalling on leaving the hostel just because I knew I was going to get to the shelter before everyone. But yeah, we're all here, which feels pretty good. So we've got just a quick 2.4 miles to get up to Brown Fork Gap shelter, where we're gonna stop for the day. Maybe, I mean, they might have energy to keep going, but I think we're just gonna stop there. And then tomorrow we will hightail it into Fontana Dam. But it's nice and sunny. It's around 50 something degrees and it feels pretty good out here. And I'm glad to be back on trail. And I do want to say that I had a very wonderful stay at the Wolf Creek Hostel. And thank you so much to Lonnie for taking care of me and shuttling me and making sure I had everything I need. Yeah, it was wonderful. But we gotta press on. Smokies are coming up. I haven't even mentioned this or shown y'all, but while I was at the NOC, I picked up some Dirty Girl gaiters. So the days of rocks and little sticks getting in my shoes are behind me, and I am so happy about that. Okay, so this begins the only climb of the day up Jacob's Ladder. And it's about 1.2 miles to get to Brown Fork Gap shelter. So it's gonna be a pretty easy day, and it shouldn't take me too long to get there. So let's go. I swear, whoever that guy or person was who mapped out this trail, I hate him. You said throw you a rope? I got you. I swear every climb on this freaking trail is just steep as hell. Even the quote unquote easy ones. Like, y'all remind me what that person's name is down in the comments. And if anyone knows him, tell him that I don't like him. We've arrived at the shelter. Let's go claim our spot. Here we go again. And look at this. Isn't that just crazy? And look, the shelter where people want to sleep is just right there. I have an excellent view of these guys trying to hang their bear bags while I take a poop. Oh, this is funny. It's like television. All right, so I'm in my tent for the evening here at Brown Fork Gap Shelter. There are quite a few hikers who showed up here this evening, which was pretty interesting because there was space for about 6 people in the shelter, and then there weren't really a whole lot of flat sites for tents, but we all kind of made it work, found spaces to set up. So yeah, we ate dinner and everything, brushed our teeth, hung our bear bag, and we're about to just lay down and wait to fall asleep. Little thing that happened today at camp, I don't want to say attacked, but I got bit by a dog. I think he must have been just tired and hungry and over it for the day. But yeah, it's Mary's dog and I'm cool with her, so it's really no issue. He did break the skin and draw some blood, but I think it's not really a big deal. And when we get to the cabin at Fontana tomorrow, I'll just clean it up real good, wrap it up, and I should be fine. But yeah, I don't think I'll be reaching down to pet anyone else's dog while I'm out here, because I guess maybe they're under stress and stuff, being under these conditions and hiking so many miles per day, and just don't really know how they're going to react to other people. So lesson learned. But it's pretty much going to do it for tonight. Tomorrow we're going to do about 11.5 miles to get to Fontana Dam. The 4 of us, Mary, Megan, Lorraine, and I are going to split a cabin at the Fontana Lodge for a couple nights. And I think most people have the same plan, just to hold off on going into the Smokies for the next couple days because it's supposed to be really cold and rain and snow. So I think a few of us will start heading in on Sunday, and then others will head in on Monday, but we'll just have to see about that in the next few days. So I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night. I know I look crazy with these 2 hats on, but it's another cold morning. Today's Friday, March 11th. Is it day 19 or 20? I think it might be day 20, but I can't remember. Honestly, I'm a little irritated this morning. I had a rough night last night. I showed y'all before I went to sleep that I got bit by Mary's dog, and it's not Mary's fault. I don't blame her. I'm not mad at her, and I think she's a cool person, but that damn dog. And I didn't even approach the dog. He came walking up to me like he wanted to be pet, or like he was looking to see if I had a treat or something. And so all I did was reach my hand down because he knocked his water bowl over. And I also stuck my other hand out just to sort of receive him. And he just snapped and bit the hell out of my hand to the point where I was drawing blood. And that's all it takes for me. I ain't ever going near that dog again. And he better not ever come within arm's reach of me ever again, because I ain't gonna wait for you to bite me again. But yeah, my hand was throbbing and pretty much on fire for most of the night, and I had to keep waking up and taking ibuprofen. And Mary gave me a couple Tylenol before I left camp today, but It's just a little bit harder doing everything because it really hurts. But according to her, once he finds a spot that he considers his home for the night, he becomes very territorial and protective. And I mean, it would have been nice to know that before I got bit, but hey, I know now. Yeah, everything's a little harder today because doing everything hurts. Even holding my phone out like this just hurts. But I just gotta get these 11.5 miles done to get to Fontana Dam so that I can really clean it properly and redress it. And I think it should be fine, but yeah, I am just not happy. And anybody else who has a dog out here, y'all better keep them away from me. I don't care how quote unquote friendly your dog is. If they come within arm's reach of me, they might get drop kicked because I'm not playing these games. So just putting that little PSA out there. Anyways, let's get on with the day. As cold as it is, it's still very pretty. This is a nice view. Honestly, I need any little pick-me-up I can get because today I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, I'm really struggling to pick my mood back up today. I'm just so irritated that my hand hurts. I can't grip my trekking pole tightly. I have trouble opening my water bottle because I have to grip it with one hand and unscrew with the other. Like literally doing anything is painful, and now I have to watch for possible infection because I'm outside and my hands are dirty. Jesus Christ, like, I really think people should leave their animals at home. I don't think a thru hike is the right sort of environment for any pet. You can think your dog is the friendliest animal in the world, but you've never seen them under these types of conditions. With the weather being hot, cold, hungry, thirsty, exerting so much energy. And I found out through some other hikers that the dog that bit me is or can be unpredictable, which it would have been nice to know that beforehand. But it's just so frustrating because this little injury really has nothing to do with my thru hike, and it wasn't an injury that I brought on myself. I mean, I never approached that dog one time. He approached me twice, and then on the second time decided to bite me. It won't be a third time, I promise you that. But I'm at least fortunate that we're stopping at Fontana Dam and we have a cabin already reserved, because if I had to go like another few days trying to keep this clean and protected, like chances of it getting infected probably would be a lot higher. But I'm trying to find the joy and not be so pissed off all day today. So we'll see how that goes. So I just took a short rest break with a couple of really nice women who were at the shelter last night. Their names are Sparkplug and Mojo. And I ran into Sparkplug first, and she started asking me some questions, just trying to get to know me and where I come from and what's my reasoning for being out here. And I started telling her a little bit about myself, and then she proceeds to ask if I have a trail name. And I told her no, since I have decided to pass on the gourmet name, so I really don't have a trail name. And so she was like, okay, well, I definitely want to try to help think of one for you. And I appreciated that she at least put in a little bit of effort to get to know a little something about me and like what my purpose is for through hiking. And she really took time to put some thought into it along with Mojo. And so when I was telling her that I used to live in New York City and I worked in the fashion industry, but then I decided to give up my career in that field to transition into like more of the hiking and outdoor exploration type stuff, her and Mojo were sort of like, oh, well, maybe we should call you New Shoes because you sort of traded in your fashion shoes for a pair of hiking shoes. Then I was like, oh, you know what? That's creative, and I kind of like that. And there's also the fact that I literally just traded in my Ultras, which weren't working for me, for a pair of new hiking shoes. So I'm literally wearing new shoes. And I was like, I don't know, you might be onto something. And they also suggested GQ as being a good option, and a couple of other people have started trying to call me GQ already. So I think I have two pretty solid potential trail names. If I were to choose between the two, I think I might settle on New Shoes, just because I think there's a little more creativity put into that, and I consider myself to be a pretty creative person, and I just appreciate the process that Sparkplug and Mojo put into like coming up with that name. So we might be calling me New Shoes. Y'all let me know which name y'all prefer, that or GQ. But yeah, sitting and talking to them for a minute really helped to pick my spirits back up. Sparkplug is also a nurse, so she was telling me what to do about my hand when I get to Fontana Dam and what to look for in case an infection pops up. So I'm very glad that I got to meet them, and I hope to see them again. I think a lot of us have the same sort of idea of sitting at Fontana Dam for the next couple nights. So I very well may see them again in the Smokies. So yeah. And see, for those people who left those bags of garbage at the shelter, there's this sign right here which tells you what you should be doing. It ain't no reason why I should have to carry out some half-eaten apples, making my pack heavier, potentially bringing wildlife to me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And if you aren't going to pack out your trash, do us all a favor and just stay home, because I'm sick of it at this point. Currently about 2.5 miles from Fontana Dam. I pretty much beasted these 11.5 miles today. Basically hiking out of frustration for the most part. It's 12:30 right now, so I'm excited to get down there probably in an hour. Get some real food for lunch, because I am starving and these snacks just aren't really cutting it today. Yeah, today I hiked without my compression sleeve. for the first time since, I don't know, leaving Franklin or whatever. I'm not feeling pain in my knee really, which is good, but I am still feeling that little twinge of discomfort. And I stopped just a moment ago to take a look at my knee, and I'm also not really seeing a whole lot of inflammation, which I also think is good. So yeah, I guess whatever the issue is sort of slowly fixing itself, which is good because I don't want to be wearing a compression sleeve or a brace for the entire hike or for the rest of my life. And yeah, I just hope that I can continue to improve. And yeah, aside from that, I'm just ready to get to Fontana Dam, coming up shortly. Hey there, look at you. Why are you on the trail? Okay, I'll just go around. It's the marina. All right, so I just checked out the marina at Fontana Dam. Picked up a few things, which I'll probably eat over the next couple days, and also a few dinners to go into the Smokies with. I don't know if you can see the plastic bags strapped to the outside of my pack, and I'm hoping that they don't snag on anything. We're just doing another 1.5 miles to get to the Fontana Dam Visitor Center. So that'll make it, 13 miles on the day? And then we will shuttle into town and get some food because I'm hungry. That is so pretty. Say hi, Lorraine. We're at the lodge, Fontana Dam. All right, so we made it to the lodge at Fontana Dam. It ended up being close to like a 14-mile day, which wasn't too bad. So we got to our cabin, Lorraine, Megan, and I need to start calling Megan by her trail name, Neon. And we are about to go have dinner now at the lodge. But first, let me show y'all, look at my hand. That's what that dog did. And then he got me like just a little bit on the back right there. Crazy, right? I finally took that bandage off and I washed it off. It still hurts to like hold anything, squeeze anything, do anything, but I should be all right. I'll wrap it back up tonight. But yeah, we're gonna go eat and chill for the night. Well, today was a roller coaster of a day. We are in a cabin at Fontana Dam, and I'm happy to be indoors because the next couple of nights are looking pretty crazy weather-wise. Tomorrow, Saturday, it's supposed to snow and it's supposed to get really cold. It's like down to the single digits, like less than 8 degrees, and then add a wind chill on top of that. So there are quite a few hikers here at the Fontana Lodge, sort of waiting out the weather before we all go into the Smokies. So yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out. I'm taking yet another zero. Not even mad about it. I wrapped up my hand as best I could to take care of these puncture wounds from the dog bite. So I hope that clears up soon with no issues or infections. But yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock and I'm ready to go to sleep. So I will see y'all tomorrow. So later. I can't even make a peace sign because my hand hurts, but I'll catch y'all later. Good night. Y'all see this? This is why my ass ain't going nowhere.
Can I just get a room inside this lodge?
So I did what I could to bandage myself up. I don't even know if this is how you treat a dog bite, but I cleaned it as good as I could. So far I'm not noticing anything getting worse. Yeah, it's still a little painful, which is irritating. It's snowing. So, as you can probably imagine, Fontana Lodge is currently overrun with hikers escaping this winter storm. Yeah, we're all sort of sitting around with nothing to do, trying to stay warm, but I'm about to head back to the cabin just to organize my stuff because I haven't necessarily decided if I want to leave tomorrow morning or wait until Monday. So if I do decide to leave tomorrow, I just want to be already prepared. And it's only like 12 noon right now and dinner isn't until 5. So got time to kill. So yeah, I'm doing all my stretches and everything pretty much all day today, trying to take care of the knee. It's not feeling super terrible, just a little irritation. But yeah, that's pretty much all for now. So I'll catch up with y'all in a bit. Okay, so I've got my full resupply here, which will hopefully get me through the Smokies. This is about 5 days of food, so I shouldn't have to get off at Newfound Gap to resupply. Newfound Gap is about halfway through the Smokies, but my plan is to get through the park in about 5.5 days. So I have about 5 days of food here, And I'll probably need to throw in just like a couple more snack items just to get me completely out of the park on that 6th morning. So I do have a few more things that I will probably add to this, but yeah, I don't think I'll have a problem getting through the Smokies. And after today and tomorrow morning, the weather is looking pretty nice going into the next week. So I'm kind of getting excited to finally see the Smokies for myself. I'll be hitting a few more milestones like the 200-mile mark in a couple days. There's Klingman's Dome, which everyone talks about, and some other stuff, which we will all see soon enough. Okay, so this is my food bag, fully packed with 5 days of food. And y'all, let me tell you, it is like a game of Tetris trying to figure out how to get all of your food into this bag in the most efficient way possible. So basically, imagine throwing an 11-pound brick the size of this bag into your pack and carrying it up a mountain. That's basically what through hiking is, because your food is by far the heaviest thing in your pack all the time, especially when you have a larger food carry like more than 4 days. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get this big old thing into my pack somehow with all of my other stuff. But I've been able to manage so far, so we'll figure it out again. So I think I've pretty much decided that I am going to stick around at the lodge again tomorrow and take yet another zero. I think this will be my 6th zero, which I don't really care. But yeah, I'm so glad that Lorraine booked this cabin through Monday, so she will be taking another zero also. And I'm pretty sure she will not be upset about splitting that cost with me because this place is a little pricey. I don't know for certain if Neon is going to take off tomorrow or if she's going to take another zero. I think she's maybe still on the fence about it, but I was sitting here thinking about it after packing up my food bag, and I was like, yeah, I can stick around another day. What's the rush, to be honest? And basically, tonight it's supposed to get down to either 5 or 6 degrees, and with the wind chill, that'll take it down to probably negative 15 degrees. And tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty cold starting off the day as well. I think around 10 a.m. tomorrow, it'll only be about 20 degrees, which is still below freezing. And I'm also pretty certain that many of the roads and the trail are going to freeze over tonight. So I don't think it's the smartest idea to try to race out of here tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'll give it another day. And on Monday, the weather is supposed to be back to nice sunny sunny days and 50-degree temperatures during the day and above freezing at night. So yeah, I'm making the best decision for me. So I'm going to take another double zero. And it's also been pretty nice sitting around, like tending to my knee, tending to my hand, and just making sure that I'm ready to go come Monday, because I am going to try to push to get through the Smokies in 5 days, which means like 13, 14-mile days. And I know a lot of people have been suggesting I lower my daily mileage, but I've been sort of monitoring how my body is feeling, and my conditions are not worsening by any means. And I think that as I continue to get stronger, my pains will continue to lessen. That's the hope. And if I absolutely feel like I should slow down or get off trail, I will most definitely do that. As I've mentioned before, I am a smart guy. I listen to what my body is telling me, and I also appreciate all the advice that so many people have offered. So yeah, that is my plan for now. If things change, I will definitely let you know. But yeah, back to the regularly scheduled program of sitting in this lodge and doing nothing. is a crisis. Look at it. This is a mess. I have no shape up. What's going on with my hairline over here? What is all of this? Oof. So I picked up this popcorn from the store, and it's time for me to figure out how to make it because I've never made it like this before.
That trail's already been broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, there's probably all kinds of records since yesterday.
I met a guy yesterday who's doing the Benton Mackay Trail, and he said that he saw like 4 people in the last.
It's so beautiful out there, but cold, which is why I am not leaving today. So this is just a quick update on my hand. Someone suggested that it would be better to leave the wound open and let some air get to it. So I took my bandage off yesterday, and it looks like they are slowly closing up, which is good. There's still some tenderness, and my hand is still a little swollen, but it's not terrible. And I'm not seeing any signs of infection so far, so I'm very happy about that. I probably am gonna wrap it up tomorrow morning before I get back on trail, just because I don't wanna let any dirt get inside of here. But yeah, this is what it's looking like at the moment. It's pretty disgusting, I know, but I'm just glad it's not worse. Okay, so I'm pretty much going to wrap up this video now. Megan/Neon just took off to head into the Smokies today. Lorraine and I are going to enjoy another zero, and we're gonna leave tomorrow when it's a little warmer and a little nicer out. I don't really feel like fooling with all this video stuff today, so I'm just gonna relax and enjoy my zero. So yeah, in the next few days, I'll be making my way through the Smokies. So I will see y'all on the other side. Thanks for watching, and catch y'all later. Peace.